Hi, this is Holly with Presence Point, and we're still in the book of Habakkuk, a sweet, precious little book to me, the reminder of God's grace and of God's wrath as well, but most importantly of our need to wait, and the fact that God is sovereign and that we do have hope. So we are in chapter 2. We've just finished talking in the last blog a little bit about what God said, that the just shall live by faith. In other words, Habakkuk, you need to have faith in me because I got this. And then he talks about those Chaldeans, the Babylonians, who he's sending, God is sending to put judgment on the Jews. And he says this, woe to the Chaldeans, I love this. Shall not all these take up their taunt against him with scoffing and riddles for him and say, woe to him who heaps what is not his own, and for how long? In other words, woe, this misery resulting from affliction, almost a whoa kind of pain. When you steal and you extort and you load yourself with these things. Will not your debtors suddenly arise and those awake who will make you tremble? Then you'll be spoil for them. Because you have plundered many nations, all the remnant of the peoples shall plunder you. For the blood of man and violence on the earth to cities and all who dwell in them. Woe to him who gets evil gain for his house, meaning taken something without integrity, just so he can set his nest on high or be safe from the reach of others around him that are harmful. God says, you have devised shame for your house by cutting off many peoples. You have forfeited your life. For the stone will cry out from the wall and the beam from the woodwork respond. Woe, God says again, to him who builds a town with blood. In other words, by war or death and crimes, and founds a city on iniquity. Behold, is it not from the Lord of hosts the peoples labor merely for fire, and nations weary themselves for nothing? For the earth will be filled with the knowledge of the glory of the Lord as the waters cover the sea. So God is saying, hey, Chaldeans, woe to you, because I am still God, I am still sovereign, I am still in control. And now chapter 2, verse 18, woe to him who makes his neighbors drink. You pour out your wrath and make them drunk in order to gaze at their nakedness. You will have your fill of shame instead of glory. Drink yourself and show your uncircumcision. The cup in the Lord's right hand will come around to you, and utter shame will come upon your glory. God will not forget, he tells Habakkuk. He said, I will take action. God goes on to say then in verse 18 of chapter 2, what profit is an idol? I wrote in my Bible, none, capital letters, exclamation point. What profit is an idol when his maker has shaped it? A metal image, a teacher of lies. Man, it sounds almost like some of our equipment we use. For its maker trusts in its own creation. It trusts in that thing, whether that thing is a television, whether that thing is the internet, whether that thing is shopping, whether that thing is alcohol, whether that thing is whatever that thing is, your work, your church, whatever you're taking pride in and making your idol. Trusting in that thing versus the God of the universe. For its maker trusts in its own creation when it makes speechless idols. Woe to him who says it's a wooden thing, to the wooden thing, awake, to a silent stone, arise. Can this teach? Behold, it's overlaid with gold and silver, and there is no breath in it at all. But the Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. Oh, the foolishness of any kind of idol. The Chaldeans, the Babylonians, they may very well, this one people group called by both names, may very well make an idol out of war and crime and getting things without integrity and theft and extortion. And they may try to do that to the Israelites, to the Jewish people. But God says, no. There's a foolishness in idol of any kind, whether it is war and crime, whether it's your work, whether it's your children, whether it's your grandchildren. That one speaks to my heart. Whether it's the television, whether it's the internet, whatever you make an idol, whatever you worship more than the Father. Exercise, eating right, whatever you worship more than the Father. Nothing wrong in some of those things by themselves. But it's so important to remember. The Lord is in his holy temple. Let all the earth keep silence before him. God's response, I believe it's the second response to Habakkuk, right before Habakkuk's prayer and what we will see next time we gather in chapter 3. is a beautiful reminder that he is in control. Shepherd leader, no matter what your idol is, he's in control. No matter whether you're saying a stone arise or does something wooden you make speak to me, it can't breathe. But the God of the universe can. There's nothing that can be our God the way our God can be our God. And he's telling Habakkuk, just hang on, I got this. I totally have this. So shepherd leader, he's got it. No matter what your circumstances are, he's got it. In his timing, in his perfect timing, in his perfect way, he's working behind the scenes, even when you can't see it, he's got it. And he hates sin more than we ever could. And he loves us more than we can imagine. I pray that you would take a moment to think about what you might idolize in your life that you shouldn't. Take a moment to think about what you speak to that you shouldn't, rather than the Father, or what you spend more time with than the Father. And shepherd leader, I pray that all of this and all of what Habakkuk was working through with the God of the universe would speak deeply into your life. May you live into your calling this week. Thanks so much for joining us. Take care.